This is what you do once you graduate high school. You finally graduated, but what's next? Will you live up to your full potential, or will you be forgotten forever? If you don't want to be forgotten, here's how. I knew if I could go back in time and relive my first few moments after graduation, I could show you how to overcome the next steps after high school. This video took me a few hours to make and a lot of relived emotional trauma, so here's what I learned. One of the main things I learned is that you're going to experience a lot of different emotions, FOMO, like you're doing bad in life. But the good part about this is that's completely natural. And you're not the only person that's feeling that way. A lot of people around you are going through it too, just no one's saying anything. So if you feel like you're doing bad, you're feeling left behind, that you don't got all put together, that's okay. A lot of people don't. No one's pushing you, no one's rushing you to figure it out. But I know saying it's easier said than done. But I want you to know it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not have things figured out. It's okay to not know where you're going. It's okay to not know your next step. But the thing that's not okay is to stay where you are. Your first step is figuring out what your next move is. A week after graduation, I got a text from my mom saying, "So what's your plans now?" That's when it hit me, post-grad depression. I realized most of my friends already had plans after high school. Some were going to college with full-ride scholarships, and some had parents that can afford paying for everything. It made me super anxious. It's like being stuck at the bottom of the lake trying to swim, but the longer you take to get out, the faster you sink. But then I started to realize something. You're so infatuated by controlling the outcome. Some things you can't control, but I got news for you. The only person you are competing against is yourself. You don't need to know your next 10 steps. You just need to figure out your next step. In high school, they always tell you when you graduate, you need to go, go, go. You don't want to waste your teenage years doing nothing. But it's better to move slow and calculated and on your own accord than trying to run super fast and ended up nowhere. For some, it might be taking a gap year and learning who you really are and your true purpose. There's no certain timeline that you have to follow. You create your own future based on the habits you make. Don't make it a habit to overthink and stress yourself out trying to figure out what's going on. You're often told you have three options: go to college and get a degree, get a job and work till you die, or be lost forever and be forgotten. But there's one answer to all your problems. Just be patient. I'm going to leave you with this. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't be in such a hurry to figure things out. You never know how far you can get until you take that first step. Now figure out what that is.